How you doing? All right. Let me just say, this is the only brick wall in Florida. There's nothing older than 10 years old in Florida. This looks like the set from Silence of the Lambs. Clarice, come closer, Clarice. I have this really horrible neighbor. Do you have this neighbor that's a real schmuck and you dread going out to get your mail because you're afraid you're going to go outside and get the mail at the same time as this schmuck? Well, okay, here's the sitch. Situation one, if you're just coming out to get your mail and he's out there, you are obligated to do the nod. But then, so the nod doesn't look like bullshit, you take your mail out of the mailbox and you pretend you got some really important stuff. JP Morgan, yeah. Fidelity statement, ooh, this is really important stuff. Mutual funds are up, bonds are down. I got a free coupon for a sex toy at the adult video store in the Valpak coupon envelope. Okay, situation two. What do you do when you run into this same schmucky neighbor with his rodent family in a local restaurant? Okay, here's the obligation. You got to do the hey. Hey, love the mozzarella sticks. Even if he's eating soup or Chinese food, just say, love the mozzarella sticks. He'll think you're a total psycho and will leave your family alone. Okay, situation number three. And I know this has happened to someone here. It's happened to me. True story. You're traveling on vacation out of state, and you bump into the schmucko neighbor and his rodent larva family out of state. You are now obligated to have a meal with these people. What I do is I fake an asthma attack. I left my inhaler back at the hotel room. It's great seeing you guys. If you can do that, or if you can vomit blood at will, then that's your escape plan. Okay, fourth scenario. Thank you. Fourth scenario is the nightmare scenario. It has happened to me. You are traveling in Europe. You are in Paris, you are in Rome, you are in Zurich, and you bump into schmucko neighbor and his hobbit of a family. At this point, you are obligated to sleep with his wife. I had an interesting experience. I'm originally from New York, Long Island, New York, and I moved to Florida. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, anyone from the South Shore, Nassau County, or as it's pronounced, Nauseous County, because of the accent we hear? So I grew up in the South, a town called Belmore. Belmore, by the way, is actually an American Indian name that means I can't afford to live in Manhattan. So I moved to Florida 20 years ago, and I noticed that there are gentlemen that are driving trucks down here with what are called truck nuts, very appropriately. And, you know, I'm just wondering what that board meeting was like when they were designing this wonderful little product here. Because, you know, there's nothing that says to a woman, I am the guy that you want to marry and spend the rest of your life with, than a set of truck nuts. Now, the story goes is that at the company called Remco, the head boss of the company came out to the boardroom and said, okay, Remco people, I want ideas, I want a new product line on my desk by tomorrow morning. What is it, Jenkins? Well, sir, Mary and I have been working on a little project that we call the fake breasts to go on the dashboards of women's cars. Let me see that, Jen. Oh, no, I think we have a better idea, Jen. We're going to go with the fake scrotal sack. Now, when I see this on the back of a pickup truck in Florida, I don't think about the guy driving the truck. I think, who is the woman in the passenger seat that has said, this is the man that is going to take me through life. I'm going to bear little plastic children with him and die with this most responsible gentleman. Now, there's been several editions that have come along the way. This is what I call the presidential edition. And I'll have to see in a couple of weeks how things are working out there. It's goodie bag night. This is pretty self-explanatory, although you don't have a lot of Asians in Florida, but for those Asians that are here, Okay, now this can go both ways. This can either be lesbians driving a Prius, or men with gonorrhea. It's kind of like a warning sign, like garlic for Dracula. Stay away, ladies, stay away from men with green balls. That's the moral of the story. And then, this is my favorite. I am the Terminator. I had a life, a dream life. I came from Austria, became a bodybuilder, real estate movie star, and then I had a kid with my maid who has a face like Harvey Keitel. Then my wife, Maria, threw me out of the house, and for months I have not been with another woman. And this is how she has left me. Thank you very much. You've been a very pleasant audience.